Plastics have changed our lives in many ways, some for the better and some for the worse. Plastics have helped immensely in the medical field and have helped make our lives easier and more enjoyable. At the same time, however, plastics have destroyed our environment and are causing numerous health effects in wildlife and humans. My opponent makes a good argument about how banning plastics altogether is not a good idea. While I agree that banning all plastics together may not be the best solution to plastic pollution, I disagree on some of their main points. The speaker argues that there are alternatives for plastic. Those alternatives, the speaker argues that there are alternatives for plastics. However, they argue that these alternatives have downsides and that can lead to more environmental problems. While some alternatives may have downsides, many of them are far better than the downsides that plastic causes. Wood is a great example of this. Wood can do many of the same things that disposable plastics can, and they can do these without harming the environment, and they are also biodegradable. Wood is being used as alternatives already to plastic utensils, toothbrushes, and packaging. Paper is another good example, and is being used to replace plastic straws and plastic bags. While not all plastic can be replaced with an alternative material, there are several plastic items that can be replaced with alternative materials that have very little downsides. The speaker also argues instead of banning plastics altogether, a more effective option would be to improve the recycling system. While I agree that improving our recycling system would help, it wouldn't fix the problem entirely. Regardless of how good recycling is, people will still litter and new plastics will still be made. There are also tons of plastics in our oceans that will have to get recycled. In addition to better recycling, laws need to be put in place to limit how much plastic is being produced and sold, as well as enforcing laws that will help enforce the ban on single-use plastics. Governments also need to work on banning plastics altogether as well. Overall, while I do agree that fixing the recycling system will help in the plastic pollution problem, it will not fully fix everything, and it will not fix the problem by a large margin.